Áed Oirdnide, commonly called Áed Oirdnide, was king of Ailech, a member of the Cenél nEógain dynasty of the northern Uí Néill. He was the son of Niall Frossach. Like his father, Áed was reckoned High King of Ireland. He was King of Ailech from 788 onwards and High King of Ireland from 797. King of Ailech. The conflict between Cenél nEógain and Cenél for the leading role in the north appears to have turned on control over the lands of the minor Cenél branch of the Uí Néill, which lay around Raphoe. Communications between the northern and southern branches of Cenél, respectively based on the northwest coast of Donegal and in the south around Donegal town, ran through these, while Cenél were clients or allies of Cenél, as they had been before Áed Allen defeated Flathbotach mac Loingzig in the 730s. Cenél had the upper hand, and provided kings of Tara and kings of the north. By the death of Niall Frossach, if not earlier, Cenél were again under the sway of Cenél. The region was still disputed in 787 when Maelduin defeated Domnall and appears to have gained some recognition as King of the North, as he is so styled at his death the following year. Áed succeeded Maelduin as King of Ailech, but was challenged by Domnall, whom he defeated at the Battle of Cloetech in 789. This appears to have been the final attempt by kings of Cenél to regain control of the lands around Raphoe, which had been seized by Cenél. The annals record a battle in 791 at Tailtew, site of a major Uí Néill, the Enoch Tailtin. The summoning of this gathering was one of the prerogatives of the High King, at which he would demonstrate his power and standing. Whether Áed brought an army south to disturb the Enoch, or whether the conflict was provoked by Donnchad, is unknown. The outcome was that Áed fled from Tailtew and was pursued perhaps as far as Slane. Several of Áed's allies are said to have been killed, including the kings of two branches of Uí an Ailech dynasty whose lands lay around Clogher and Clones. It is on this occasion that the Chronicle of Ireland calls Áed Ingor, Áed the unfilial, or Áed the undutiful, the only byname used in early sources. It is generally supposed that this refers to his conflict with his father-in-law Donnchad Midi, although the term mac Ingor, a term from early Irish law, usually refers to the undutiful son who does not support his biological father. Whatever the origin of the name may have been, it is plainly not flattering. In 794 Áed is recorded as campaigning against the nEógain at a time when Donnchad was involved in war with Munster. The lands of nEógain lay around the upper reaches of the River Fane, with the chief church at Dunamoyne, County Monaghan. Although reckoned one of the 9 tribes of the Ailech, the nEógain were clients of the southern Slane branch of the Uí Néill rather than of Áed's nEógain dynasty, like most of the Ailech, King of Tara. Although Donnchad's authority waned in the last decade of his life, he remained the dominant figure until his death on 6 February 797. Following Donnchad's death, Áed moved to ensure that he would be recognized as King of Tara. He defeated 2 of Donnchad's brothers, Diarmait and Finsnectar, along another Finsnectar, a son of Falaman mac Congals of Clan Charmain Bicc, at Drumrig in South Braga. A poem in the Annals of Ulster portrays this as vengeance for the death of Áed's uncle Áed Allen at the hands of Donchad's father Domnall at the Battle of Cerrig Meg in 743. Some time later in 797 AD devastated Maed, and the annals of Ulster take this to mark the beginning of his reign. In 802 Muiredaich, king of Maed, died. He was the last of Donchad Mid's known brothers. Áed led an army south to Maed, where he divided the lands of Clan Charmain between two of Donchad's sons, Eill and Connor. If this was intended to reduce the power of potential rivals, it proved ineffective. Eill and Connor met in battle in 803 at Rathconel. Eill was killed, leaving Connor as sole king of Maed. In 804 Áed turned his attention towards Leinster and devastated the area twice in 1 month. The same year Finn's Nectar Setherdek, king of Leinster, submitted to him. However, Áed was not satisfied with this, and in 805 he made a hosting to Dunquer and installed Muiredaich mac Ruadrach and Muiredaich mac Brain as joint kings of Leinster. Finn's Nectar took refuge with Muirgeas mac Tomultaig, the king of Connacht, who then aided him in recovering his throne in 806. In 808 Connor of Meath made a bid for the high kingship and was joined by King Muirgeas of Connacht. They advanced as far as the assembly grounds of Tailtew, but on the appearance of Áed's army the allies dispersed. Áed pursued them and burned the borders of Maed in 808 or 809. Áed again attacked Leinster but was defeated on the banks of the Liffey. In 809 Áed campaigned against Áed and defeated them, ravaging from the Ban to Strangford Loch. The motive for this conflict was apparently the killing of Dunchu, superior of the monastery of Tullichally by the Áed. In 815 one of Áed's brothers, Colman mac Eadie was killed by the Cenél Cenél, and Áed led an expedition against them in revenge. In 818 Áed again assembled his forces at Dunquer and attacked Leinster, dividing Leinster between his two candidates who were unable to retain the position. The same year the vice-abbot of Selmorienia was killed by the Lagan. As a result, Áed led another expedition versus Leinster and laid waste the land of Cualu as far as Glendalough. In 819 Áed died near Athdarfurta in the territory of Conymuirthaim in modern County Louth. Church relations. In 804 a meeting of the synods of the Uí Néill in Dunquer was presided over by Condmesh mac Dubdalith, abbot of Ardmachar, at which the clergy were freed from military obligations by Áed. It is possible that this was the assembly at which Áed was ordained as king. In 806 Áed had the law of St. Patrick promulgated. In 811 the fair of Tailtew was prevented from being held by Áed due to a boycott by the clergy, who were protesting an offence made against the community of Tallaght during Áed's campaign against Leinster in 809. Áed made amends to the community. The campaigns of Áed versus Áed in 809 and Leinster in 819 were part of Áed's desire to pose as champion of the Church. Áed had some difficulty with the Columban Church as well when Maelduin, son of Cenfalad, superior of Raithboth, was killed in 817. The Columban Church went to Tara to excommunicate Áed that year. This event probably had something to do with his campaign versus the Cenél Cenél in 815. Also, in 818 Quarnus, abbot of Lugmadlau, went into exile into the lands of Munster with the shrine of St. Moctay fleeing before Áed. Family. Áed had married Eugenies in Donchada, daughter of Donchad Midi. His son Niall Frossach was later King of Ailech and High King of Ireland. Another son, Maelduin mac Éadie, was also King of Ailech.